Welcome to the dazzling city of Las Vegas, where the fun never stops. Darling, it's just like landing on another planet. A planet with casinos, cocktails, and enough sequins to sink a ship. Over the next little bit, we're going to be your personal showgirls, guiding you through the ins and outs of this glittering adult playground. Think of it as a crash course in all things Vegas, darling. From the hottest attractions and restaurants to tips on packing, feathers, always pack feathers, and budgeting. We've got you covered. So pop open a bottle, slip into something sparkly, and let's get this party started. First things first, darling, the Las Vegas Strip. This iconic stretch of boulevard is where dreams are made of, or at least where you can watch your money disappear in a cloud of glitter and despair. We're talking towering hotels, erupting volcanoes, dancing fountains. It's like Disneyland for grown-ups. Speaking of fountains, the Bellagio Fountains are an absolute must-see. Imagine a synchronized swimming routine performed by water, set to music and bathed in light. It's enough to make even the most jaded cynic feel something. And for a taste of old Vegas, head downtown to the Fremont Street Experience. This pedestrian mall is covered by a massive LED canopy that puts on a dazzling light show every night. It's like Times Square on acid, darling. Now let's talk about food, darling, because a girl's got to eat. Vegas is a gourmand's paradise, with more celebrity chef restaurants than you can shake a Michelin star at. Want to dine with a view of the Eiffel Tower? Done. Fancy some sushi by a former Nobu chef? No problem. Craving a juicy steak cooked to perfection? Darling, you've come to the right place. But it's not all fancy pants dining, darling. Vegas is also home to some fantastic local gems. From hole-in-the-wall diners serving up the best hangover cures to family-run Italian joints with red checkered tablecloths, there's something to tickle every taste bud. Now I know what you're thinking, darling. Isn't Vegas all about gambling and shows? And while those are certainly big draws, there's a surprising amount of culture to be found if you know where to look. Take the Neon Museum, for instance. It's a graveyard for old neon signs, which sounds terribly depressing, but I assure you, it's utterly fascinating. Then there's the Mob Museum, which chronicles the history of organized crime in Las Vegas. It's enough to give you chills, darling. And if art is more your speed, the Bellagio Gallery of Fine Art is home to an impressive collection of works by some of the world's most renowned artists. Now, darling, after a long day of winning or losing at the roulette wheel, you're going to need a fabulous place to rest your weary head. Luckily, Las Vegas has hotels for every taste and budget. Want to feel like Caesar himself? Check into Caesar's Palace. Dreaming of an Italian palazzo? The Venetian is calling your name. Or perhaps you'd prefer something a little more modern and minimalist. The Cosmopolitan will be right up your street, darling. And don't even get me started on the amenities. We're talking rooftop pools with DJs, award-winning spas, and enough shops to make your credit card spontaneously combust. Now, before we get too carried away, darling, we need to talk about the practicalities. First up, packing. Las Vegas is in the desert, so pack light, breathable clothing for the daytime. And don't forget your swimsuit, darling. Those rooftop pools aren't going to enjoy themselves. In the evenings, the temperature drops, so pack a light jacket or pashmina. And of course, no trip to Vegas is complete without at least one show-stopping outfit. Think sequins, feathers, the whole shebang. As for budgeting, well, that's entirely up to you, darling. You can easily blow your life savings in a single night in Vegas, but you can also have a fabulous time on a budget. So there you have it, darling, your crash course in all things fabulous in Las Vegas. We've covered everything from the hottest attractions and restaurants to the best places to stay and tips on packing and budgeting. Now it's your turn to experience the magic of Vegas for yourself. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel for more travel tips and share your own Vegas adventures in the comments below. Pack your bags and get ready to dive into the excitement of Las Vegas. See you there!